Are you surprised by Carney's latest comments, given his comments of last week on rates?
At least on the housing side, they weren't really that surprising. I mean, by now the fact is well known, and regulators and central bankers alike are really cracking their heads as how to keep rates low on the one side, as what is Carney's intention, which has become quite clear, but yet sort of try to prevent a bubble on the housing market from building up or even building up further.
Is he going to do it?
Well, I think for now the market is really running ahead of Carney, and we think rightly so, because the data has been really strong. And if this continues, we think Carney probably has to move earlier in terms of hiking rates than he's now intending to.
All right. In Europe, I've talked to you about the periphery a lot. I want to talk about the periphery today. Is the safe haven play in the periphery still in place for you?
Let's say in terms of the overall trend, we think indeed this compression trade versus bonds and core paper is still in place. However, regarding the safe haven story, it's a bit debatable now because you wouldn't expect a sort of a safe haven asset to increase 25, 30 basis points on a single day. So the picture has become a bit more mixed.
We had these comments over the weekend from the ECB's chief economist suggesting not only a cut, but extra liquidity as well. What has that done in the market?
I think by now, both among analysts and among what the market is pricing, it's almost 99% likelihood that the ECB will act in June. So against this backdrop, this hasn't really come as a surprise. What the story now really seems to be, and the market focus seems to be on how they will act. Yeah? As Brett mentioned, so not only rate cut, but further measures. Last week we had some other chatter that it might be even something more than that. So here the discussion remains ongoing. On
the data side, we're light this week. On the supply side, we're light this week. What are you watching out for in particular? Obviously, European elections happening. Any impact expected on the market?
Well, not really. It's probably a bit of a very limited story targeting, for example, Greece. But in the bigger picture, we will watch the tickers on what the ECB speakers have to say. So and also the related sources as usual. So it's very similar to last week. And in particular, we will watch peripherals, how they perform if they continue to stabilize as they already did on Friday.